Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at some more FM24 Wonderkids for you, and this time we're looking at right backs / right wing back players to see if we can find the best Wonderkids 10 years down the line in a simulation we've ran here in Football Manager 2024. Hope you're doing well, and of course if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. So let's dive in and have a look at player number one. So your player number one is Ivan Fernandes, someone I used a lot last year in FM23, and in 24 he develops even better than the last game cycle. How good is that? We'll start with some player traits first. He likes to get further forward whenever possible and likes to knock the ball past his opponent whilst running down that right hand side. Of course, he can play that wing back position and play in a full back position, but straight away we're going into his physicals. I'm looking at them. Acceleration straight away of 15, agility of 16, a balance of 17, some 14s in there as well, and a 15 for both stamina and in pace. Moving into the mentals, we've got an anticipation there of 16, some 13s and 14s across the board there, but a high concentration of 18, joined by the work rate of 16, a positioning of 15, and a determination of 15. It did technicals for Fernandes as well at this point, and he's got a good crossing of 13 there, which isn't a bad ring to have really. Could be a lot higher, but isn't a bad player still nonetheless at 13. Which the lower half of those technicals I do really enjoy about this player. Technique of 14, a tackling of 15, joined by a passing, marking and long throws all at 14. This year in FM24, I really love a long throw technique. If you get the right setup for it, it works so good this year. So it's worth getting him in there and getting him on those long throws. Player number two starts your game over at Chelsea, but of course Chelsea have a massive squad and players do leave quite easily. And Maro Sigurdsson left quite easily in this instance, leaving for Real Madrid. But it wasn't just Real Madrid he went to. Of course, he goes to Napoli in this game for just under 30 million after a few seasons, for making the switch to Real Madrid for 37 million. So that's quite cheap for one of the best right backs you can get in FM24 this year. And I mentioned Gusto being one of those players, and you look why straight away looking at his attributes now on screen. We'll start off with the player traits though. He has knocks the ball past the opponent and likes to dive into tackles. So diving into tackles could be a bit of a worry, but with a low aggression, it's probably not too much to worry about there. We're moving to his physicals. You can see a 15 acceleration, agility of 17, a balance of 16, joined by natural fitness and pace, both of 16, with a stamina of 15. Mentally, some rugged mentals in there. Work rate of 14, joined by the anticipation of 14, goes very well hand in hand. Some 13s and off the ball positioning and teamwork as well, with that flair as well. Determination of 15, decision making and concentration, both there at 14, alongside that bravery and composure at 11 and 13. Technically, I love these, like crossing of 14. A higher crossing is on a full back, getting those balls into the box to get those assists is very key for me and how I play the game this year. A first touch of 15 as well, joined by that marking and passing, both 13 and 15, and tackling a technique, both at 14. This next player will start your save over at Freiburg, out on loan though at Cercle Bruges over in Belgium. This is Hugo Souquet. But of course, it's 10 years down the line now, and now 30 years of age. We'll start the game at 20 years of age for you. And by this point now, he looks incredible. He's had 47 caps for Belgium, and you can see exactly why. Again, player traits-wise, gets further forward whenever possible. I do love that within our fullbacks, as we've mentioned already. And physically, he can do just that with a couple of 15s in agility, acceleration, stamina, and pace, and 16s in natural fitness as well. Mentally, I like the 14s anticipation and bravery there. It's quite nice. The decision-making also at 14. A concentration of 15 as well. Leadership of 15, positioning of 14, and the vision and work rate both at 12 and 13. That's a good set of mental attributes. Moving to the technicals and now for Hugo, of course, you can see straight away crossing a 15, which I do love. First touch of 13, joined by those 13s in marking, passing, tackling with a technique of 15. Up next is Brentford's own Aaron Hicks, of course, Scottish international. And by this point, he's 31 in the game, but he looks absolutely incredible. But you can see he stayed at Brentford all the way until the 2031 season ended, where he went to Barcelona on a free transfer. So he went available for absolutely nothing at the end of that season, but earlier on, you could probably get him for quite a cheap price. We'll go into Higgy's player traits first. He likes to shoot from distance, tries to play his way out of trouble, runs with the ball often, likes to cut inside from that right wing. Which is quite good because he's the sort of player where he can cut in on that right and that left-hand side, having a strong right foot and a very strong left foot. But let's move into now. We can have a look at him a bit deeper. Going into his physicals first, with acceleration of 15, agility of 17, balance of 15, joined by natural fitness and pace, both at 15. Here's a high bravery there. You can see with 15 anticipation, 15 in bravery, 13 composure, and a 16 in concentration. Positioning is quite key for me when it comes to fullbacks as well. So a 14 in positioning, joined by vision, work rate, and teamwork, all there at 14s. Along with that flair and determination as well, both at 14 and 15. But Hickey is very well-rounded as well, because technically he's really good. Good dribbling of 14, crossing of 14, first touch of 14. with 13s in tackling, passing and marking, joined by a technique as well of 14. So this next player starts over at FC Nordsjælland. He went a free transfer over to Midtjylland, staying in Denmark for this save. We're looking at Oliver Vadon now. He's now 31 within this game, of course, 10 years down the line, and he's come along very, very nice indeed. He can play that right back role, right wing back role, and further forward as well, as far as playing in the right attacking midfield role. But into his physicals first, he has 14s in acceleration there, joined by natural fitness and pace, with an 18 in agility. I like in the mentals as well, got anticipation there, 15, positioning of 13, off the ball 13, teamwork and vision all at 13, with a determination and work rate both at 14. We're moving to his technicals finally. You can see a crossing of 14, dribbling of 12, first touch of 14, joined by a marking of 13 and tackling of 13, passing of 14, and a technique of 14. So that has been my top 5 Wonderkid right backs in FM24 this year. Some players I haven't actually heard of before as well. So it's quite nice to find some different players, some different gems you might not have heard of previously. But of course, the classic ones there you can get quite cheap as well. The likes of Hicks and Gusto. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure as well you're subscribing to the channel, giving the video a thumbs up. And if you know of any other right backs you rate as Wonderkids this year in FM24, as always, get them down in the comments section. But thank you for watching. We'll see you again very, very soon.